Nice pass by the guy again. Oh, there's the throttle cable. B&C Excavating, Charlie and Chris Ashelman. In memory of Leo Yeager here tonight from Mineral Point. Paul Yeager's dad. Coming out, rolling into it. Guys, the easy line to get the tractor hooked up. To make it to the finals is the second stroke of luck. Then to get into the finals and win is nothing but luck. It is all pure driving, tractor, and everything. And they got her done. The G4, Mike Vermont, Stockton, Illinois.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Oh, sweet. Good. Well, we are live. We have been for the last couple minutes. So, welcome everybody to Down and Dirty with the Badger State Players with Kenzie here from Beer Money
And Chandler.
and Greg. Well, you should know everybody. We've been doing this for a while, so. So yeah, we got the Holsleys on tonight, and we're gonna play some their interview Greg did with them a few weeks ago.
Yeah, like 2 weeks. 8 days ago, I think. Not even 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Ooh, all right. So we are
Pretty
good
good.
here.
Some cool
Just
stuff.
wanted- just if you guys are watching the videos, I want everybody to think of some questions for them to ask at the end and post them on the bottom here. And Mackenzie and Chandler read them, and we can hopefully get some questions answered for you if you have any for them.
Yes, because I know people are all full of questions until a camera comes on. So.
Yep. So,
Okay. So all right, we are going to play this wonderful video once I find my right buttons. Share screen. Can't see.
Buying the truck from the family, and I know him for years. So actually, the other truck we got is from him too. So. Yeah, I guess we kind of just bought it. We had intentions of selling the T-Bucket, and then we had two motors, so we just put them both together, I guess.
Twice as many headaches, right?
Yeah.
This is one you got two.
Mm-hmm.
But Dale, I remember Dale back in the day pulling a D19 Alice Chalmers. That's when I first met him. That's like 30, 40 years ago.
I think that's where you're headed next to Jellies. It's in the same barn.
Oh, is it? In Jelly's hay barn? It's still sitting around there, huh? Yeah, Dale was a good guy. Yep, he was sure into pulling back then.
Love pulling.
Yep. But the engine work in your truck,
So our engine work's all done by T&B Performance in Monroe.
okay.
I guess, yeah, they got obviously.
I'm in Travis Hosley's shop with Travis and Ethan. I didn't even know Travis's real name until a while ago. We always call him Beaner. But how'd you get the name Beaner?
I guess I've had that ever since I was a kid. My dad's nickname was Bean, and I guess when I was born, everyone just started calling me that.
So it's been Beaner for a while, huh?
Pretty much. I probably knew that was my name before my real name. So
It's funny how you know people by their nicknames and you don't know their real names for a while because everybody calls you and all that. But we're here in your shop and you call this New Glarus now. I went to Blanchardville first. I got a little lost getting
yeah,
here.
across the road is Blanchardville, and actually right on the border of Blair's. So
Okay. So there's a 9074 Blanchardville Road. You know that on the other side.
oh, I didn't know that.
I found it.
Right, sure.
So I said I knew I was in the wrong spot, but that's here or there. We're here now in the right spot. Good to get to know you guys. So your truck, you got the Lucas Oil truck here. How long have you had it? And tell us a little bit about it.
So we bought this truck, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 years ago, from Dale Stanley after he passed away. We the motor sold, and then we ended up buying the truck from him, from the family. And I know him for years, so actually the other truck we got is from him too. So yeah, I guess we kind of just bought it. We had intentions of selling the T-Bucket, and then we had 2 motors, so we just put them both together, I guess.
Twice as many headaches, right?
Yeah.
There's one you got 2.
Mm-hmm.
But Dale, I remember Dale back in the day pulling a D19 Alice Chalmers. That's when I first met him. That's like 30, 40 years ago.
I think that's where you're headed next to Jellies. It's in his hay barn.
Oh, is it? In Jelly's hay barn? Still sitting around there, huh? Yeah, Dale was a good guy. Yep, he was sure into pulling back then.
Love pulling.
Yep. But the engine work in your truck,
So our engine work's all done by T&B Performance in Monroe.
okay.
I guess they got obviously the motors out of this truck right now, but we're switching that over to a twin turbo setup for this one.
Okay. Is that what you have in the other one, or?
No, the other one will have a blower motor in it. So that the motor we ran last year is for sale. The guy is actually coming to look at it, and then we'll have a different power plant on that one for next year.
Okay. Twin turbo, that'll be new. I don't think there's another one in the club like that, is there?
Not in our club. There's some around the country, but actually, when I started with Dale, that's what he had.
Yeah.
And so we it was just something I wanted to do. Whether it works or not, I don't know. But it's just, I guess there's some reasoning. I guess I just kind of want to try it again.
Well, I think it works. I mean, you watch Street Outlaws and all the cars there all have
Yeah.
Power.
turbo power, and it must work for them. I don't know if it applies to the track, but they sure sound neat on the track, the ones I've heard.
Yeah, it should make a lot of power. Whether we can get it to the ground or not, that's yet to be seen. So
Yeah. Well, that's your tire guy's deal.
Yeah.
Who does
Yeah.
your tires?
well, we usually just buy everyone's used stuff.
Come on, yeah. Well, there's a couple guys cutting tires now around close. Jason Binney is doing it now too. If you ever.
Hawthorne's usually we just run them down there and he sharpens them up for us.
Okay, yeah. I figured he's only he can't be very far away from
10,
home.
15 minutes.
Yeah. He does good work too. Yep. You want to tell us anything else about it? Paint scheme, and you got a little support from Lucas Oil, I take it.
So we did. We don't have that anymore. When they quit with Popo, and we lost ours too.
Yeah.
So we are rewrapping this truck. It's going to be more of a red than anything. We started to do it. We have the wrap. We just we ran out of time, and our motor wasn't going to be done for last year, so we just kind of focused on the other one.
Okay.
We had time for.
All right. Well, I think we'll step in the office, and you can tell us a little bit about your life and what you do to help support what supports the pulling season, because
Sure.
nobody knows you can do it with gumball money.
Right.
All right, we'll be in the office. Okay, there we go. Well, Travis, you guys want to tell us a little bit what you do around here for a living?
So yeah, I guess here, this is our family's game farm. So we sell pheasant hunts here for people come and hunt, and that's kind of what my dad. My mom's retired. My dad is kind of retired, semi-retired, and he, it's what they do for a winter. Keeps it going.
Yeah.
I myself, I work in excavation, digging house basements and stuff.
Who do you work for? You do it yourself, or do you?
No, I work for another company. It's a small company, just 2 of us. We're more up by Wanakee, Dane area. Dane is where our shop is. So
Okay. Okay. What do you do, Ethan?
I'm doing HVAC. I actually just started an apprenticeship now, so I'm going to school 2-3 nights out of the week, and just got started in the trade. So
Where do you go to school at?
it's at the hall, like local steam fitters. It's just the school that they have in the
Okay.
union, so
Okay.
it's up in Sun Prairie.
Well, union job.
Yep.
Making big money.
Oh yeah, union workers.
Right. Everybody loves them.
Yep.
Right. First guys to scab their workout.
Right. I'm not a county worker. It's all right.
No. When you we'll get back to, you said when we were talking here before, you said your dad started pulling back in the 80s with something.
Yeah, so my dad had a Sami tractor, a Sami Panther. It was a 5-cylinder, and his is probably in the 70s or 80s, sometime back then. I remember all the trophies being around here from back in the day. But so when I was 13, I think was the first time I ever pulled that tractor in Mount Vernon on blacktop.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and I won the first time, and I should have just quit right then.
Yep.
Have that perfect record.
Once you get in your blood, it's hard to get out.
Yeah, right. And so then we like I say, we pulled the farm tractors, and then Dale Stampley was a good friend of ours, and he kind of got us into the bigger stuff. We had a blown mini rod for a couple years, and then in 2012 we bought the T-Bucket.
Yeah.
From Dale, and we started pulling the trucks with him, and then a couple years ago, then we bought that other one.
Yep. And that other one was from Dale too.
Yeah, and they actually, both trucks before Dale were owned by Rick Austin.
Okay.
So,
Kind of stayed in the county.
yeah, they didn't move far from Broadhead to New Glarus.
Yep. When you were in the mini rod pulling, where all did you pull with that?
We pulled mostly with Wisconsin State. They had their own club. It was a 500 cubic inch with a smaller blower on it. So
Yeah.
we pulled that. It just didn't really work out too well for us. So, and the 2-wheel drive to us is more fun because you can go anywhere and pull it.
Yep.
That mini rod, we were constantly running up north. You got to have that second sled, so you're kind of limited on what you can do.
Yeah, that is a part with the mini rods. They, we when Badger State hires them, we usually hire Tri-County just to come in and sub it because they bring everything. We don't have to mess around. They take care of themselves. It's pretty easy for the fair and us just to have them come in. But people out there like mini rods too.
Yeah, they're definitely fun to drive. You don't know what's going to happen.
Right, that would be fun. That would be fun. Not like a tractor, you know something's going to break. That's what you know is going to happen, right?
Yeah, eventually.
Yep. What's your when you go pulling? Do you tell us about pulling with Badger State? What you like about it? What you don't like about it, or anything?
The biggest thing we like with Badger State is it's close to home. For one, I think we're kind of centrally located here. We don't hardly travel more than an hour and a half to get to most pulls.
Right.
So that's the biggest one for us. If you want to spend the night, you can, but if you don't want to, you're still home in a decent time.
Right. That's what a lot of people like, and you got pretty good competition there too.
Yeah.
With the Timmermans and the Deppies
and
Woody and them guys. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. You go to the bigger pulls around here, them guys usually right out front. So.
Yep. That's fun to compete against, and they're fun to be around. All them guys are good guys.
Yeah. We get along with everyone in our class.
Working on getting you a few pulled new ones. We have Monticello, Iowa is going to be a new one.
Yeah.
For you guys, I think you probably pulled there anyways with NTPA.
It used to be NTPA.
Yeah.
Going out there. I don't think I pulled there, but I was out there with Dale a couple times years ago.
Yeah. And they sounds like they have a pretty good track. I've never been there, but talking to the guys in Iowa, they said it's a great track and they get a great crowd there, and it's a Wednesday night, which that makes it a little tougher weeknights. But
the fairs in Iowa,
You're crazy.
it's different out there.
It is. What's your where's your favorite place to pull?
I guess one of our favorites to run up to would be, we like to go to Toma because, how do you say, I guess when I was a kid, we used to go watch that forever. And you never think that someday you were going to be the one out there. So all these people coming around is pretty kind of neat.
Yeah, and you get to see different people that you haven't,
Yeah, right.
pull. You probably, well, if you've been around it since that long, you probably know a lot of the pullers in the class. And
Right. Yeah, when we used to pull with the Region 3, I went with Dale for a full season, so I got to know a lot of other people,
yep,
so you don't see them as much anymore that we pull more local. So
right.
it's kind of fun to do that.
Who is looking up to pullers in that class? Who do you look up to the most? Is that if you do get by them, you've done a good thing?
Well, pretty much all of them in our class. We go back and forth with Wayne. Wayne's a great guy, and we go back and forth with him a lot. But all them guys are, they beat me pretty much every week, so it's fun to get around them here and there.
Yeah. You got the craziest guy in pulling, I think, is Willie Deppy. You got him in the class. He's a show in himself.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun to be around.
Yep, he is a lot of fun. He's on high octane gas, I think, most of the time. I don't know.
Not just in the truck.
Right? Yeah, if you watch his Snapchat story, it's like, geez, Willie.
Yeah. How do you do all that? Yeah. So your favorite sled to pull? Whose sled do you like to hook to, and tell us why?
I guess to me it don't much matter. It's another sled. I always used to like pulling Brad's sled just because they always seem to do a little better with them.
Yeah. Yep.
But
And Josh is doing a good job with them too, I think. Yep.
Yeah, them sleds, they all are good. I guess personally, if we pull it quite a bit is Johnny Peterson's, because it just seems like you get going real fast with him, and it's fun when you're going fast.
He puts a little drawbar on you
Yeah,
and gets you going. Yep.
Mhm.
Gets you going right away. Yep. And I think he lets you get going. He hits you harder at the end, so you can get some momentum with him. But it's a different sled, different track every night, and that's a part of the challenge is
Right.
and knowing you had it set right. And usually, in the first 50 feet if you got it right.
Yeah, if you go anywhere.
Yep.
Yeah, especially with our class, you're out there a little ways before you open the throttle up, and it's like this is either going to go good or bad. So
Right. Yeah. And that it used to be that 75-foot mark, is where you had to back out of it. And we moved it to 100, which is almost all the class anymore. And nobody's in it till 100 feet.
Right. Yeah.
And it's hard to tell if what you've got going on.
Yeah. I don't know that I've ever stopped before 100 feet.
Yeah.
That cone goes by you so fast, or that I always guess I kind of judge by that first flag guy. He stands at that 100 foot, and
Yeah.
it's like before you know it, he's past you, and if you're not wide open by then, it's like, I made a mistake
Yeah, you ain't
here.
going anywhere anyway.
Right. Then it's fun when you get to the 300-foot guy and make him turn around and run.
Yeah.
If they're running backwards is one thing.
Yeah.
But when he's got to turn around and run forward, then you got a good one.
Yeah.
Yep, that's fun.
Mhm.
That's fun. If you could pull anything in pulling and not have to pay for fixing it or anything, if you could drive anything in pulling, what would be the one thing you'd like to get
Pro
on?
stock, any. Oh my God, that'd be awesome.
Pro stock,
You need a driver?
yeah. My kids say I do.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be awesome.
I guess for me, it'd probably be like a 4-engine mod or something.
Something
I
like
think
that.
they're pretty cool.
They are really cool. Yeah, when they get going, just the horsepower. Could you imagine?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
frame for getting
Just
it
watching
tweaking.
them, you feel that going down. Obviously, you got to feel it in the seat too.
Yeah, but if you've been on the side of the track when they go by, and you can feel it in your
Yeah.
chest.
Yeah.
Imagine the flag guy out there,
Right.
what his innards are
Yeah,
doing.
them guys are pretty brave to stand there.
Yep, with the hard flying out of them, so it's neat to do all that stuff and see what everybody would like to do, and changes in the sports for your class in the last few years. Has there been a lot of changes or
No,
not much? No.
I don't remember really a rule change for us since I've started pulling. To be honest.
But the biggest thing I think I've heard of is the tire size.
Yeah,
is
the
all-
nickels, the new ones.
the new ones,
We got one Timmerman's old sets that we're gonna run this year, and they're a lot taller and bigger. We'll see how they work.
Yeah, I think they do work. And look, just for me watching, I think they are working for
I think
guys.
it's something you gotta have. So
Yeah. But So the sponsors, for your truck, do you have sponsors or people that help? I mean, who do you really need to count on when it comes to, when you break something, you got to get here. Who's here to help you take it apart?
Well, like me and him do most of the mechanical work on the trucks itself. TMBs do the engines for us, and usually they're real good about it during the season. If we have something, it's nice that they're only 15-20 minutes away. We can run down to their shop and they get us fixed up.
That's important.
Yeah.
If you're running, because I've had engine builders that are 7 hours away, and when you break something,
Yeah.
you can't just drive it down there and then you're either going to sit there for 2 days while they fix it, or you're going to drive home and then drive back there. That's just, I mean, if you look at veteran pullers that have been around, I feel they kind of take that any more into consideration. This guy over here maybe makes more power or something like that, but he's not
It's
local.
got to be accessible too.
Right. Right.
They come right here sometimes and help us out. So
Do they?
really, their house is closer than their shop is, so they just live down the road.
And they probably want to see you do good.
Yeah,
They've got their
absolutely.
sticker on the side of your truck, I'm sure, whatever. And they do some big stuff for diesel tractors too, right? Yeah.
So there's the boss.
Here comes the boss now, right?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, here you go. Want to jump in here and tell us some stories? Not really. Nope. We're just talking about your engine builder and how he lives close and likes to be in here and
Yeah, so they're as far as motor work, and then as far as sponsors, really the game farm with them too. They help out financially quite a bit, and
must be some damn expensive pheasants.
Yeah. They're nice looking.
yeah,
They're tasty.
Yeah.
right, yeah. So, and
But-
then as we do. So his truck, the T-Bucket, we call it the side job because that's how we pay for it.
Yeah, side job.
He used to do concrete work, and so we still do a lot of that on the side.
Yeah.
And
Sunrooms here and there.
Yep. What? Anything. I mean, everybody's got a side job or side hustle
yeah, absolutely.
to pull. Some people are lucky enough not to have to do that, but almost everybody we talk to has a side hustle to get this stuff paid for and do it. They don't take out of their family funds or anything like that. They all pitch in and then have some sponsorship. Some guys do,
Right.
It always helps and experience and all that. Got anything else you want to tell about what you do around here, or who to thank, or?
Not too many. Well, Jake, he helps us out quite a bit. He'll stop by after work sometimes. No, he don't live very far away. His dad will help us here and there.
If we need an extra man, they're always there to help us. So.
Yeah, a lot of the neighbors, if the shop door's open, they'll swing in here and there.
Sometimes you get too many of them and they bring in 30 tractors and don't get done.
Sometimes if you got to change spark plugs, you get a lot of people here. But if you got to change motors, nobody shows up.
Yep. You get pretty good and handy at it too. I know with our case, we've gotten better with it every time. You make it easier because you got to pull it out. Well, this thing's in the way. We got to cut this off and change that.
You get better at it the more you do it.
Yep.
Yeah, we can change a motor fairly fast now. I've done it so many times, and everyone's kind of got their part.
Yep, that's true. That's with everybody, and it's good to have friends and family around to help with this. It's the only way it works.
Mm-hmm.
But other than your favorite place to pull, what was your favorite win, or what was your favorite one last year?
A couple years ago, I went up to Sauk City. That was pretty neat. That was my first win for Badger State with that T-Bucket, and that was kind of cool because we had a big class there. Sometimes there's only 4 or 5 there, but I think up there was closer to 10, 11, and to get in front of all them guys, it's just it's an accomplishment for us.
Drove them. That was a driver's track. I remember.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot, first hook of the night, and so then you sit there and they get closer and closer. It's like one of these guys is going to go by, and we were standing down there and you could still see the holes from my tires.
Yeah,
and they'd all fall a couple inches short.
Yeah. That's hard on the heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everybody wants to win. They're all out there to win.
Yep.
You know, but the good thing is when we're done, everybody can go back to the trailer and drink beer. There's really
No,
very seldom any hard feelings.
no bad blood.
No, that was, when we went up there, everyone in our class came over and said something. So,
But that keeps you going and keeps you interested in it too. Everybody needs a win,
Yep.
here and there.
mhm.
You know. The second place is all right, but that win is something.
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
And then, with this truck, we went up to Wausau a couple years ago with an NTPA pole, and that was pretty cool. We went, I don't know, 375.
Yeah,
It was a
it was,
long ways
yeah.
out, so it was just a good pass and a fun one. So,
Right. Yeah. Do you like the longer tracks or do you like the shorter ones or?
to me, really, I think we do better when it's a little shorter. So,
Yeah.
which it doesn't much matter. I mean, the long passes, you get going fast. It's fun to drive. But I'd rather stick between 300 and 320.
Okay. Well, I think in Macville this year, you guys will be co-sanctioned with the PPL, so you'll have all them guys there.
The Champions Tour.
Yeah, so that'll be that's always fun to do too. Get and do good against some guys, or even just compete against somebody different.
Yeah, it's fun to pull against them. When you pull against that kind of competition, it makes you better. So.
Yep. I talked to what's her name, the blonde.
Tatum.
One of them.
Huh?
Lisa Tatum.
Lisa Tatum. Yeah, she was pretty excited to come up. Heard that they're coming up to Macville, so that's fun when them guys come up.
Yeah, that's kind of a fun place that Macville is.
Yeah,
They treat you real well once you get there.
and it's a fun weekend to hang out.
Yeah,
It is, and there's you get the whole day. Excuse me, you get the whole day to socialize with everybody all day Saturday, and no stress. Hopefully, there's no stress if you didn't break anything.
Right,
But
yeah.
Get breakfast. Oh yeah.
yep, get breakfast there and hang out. And I enjoy it because for us, it's the first weekend off, kind of after usually spring planting and first crop hay. We're usually just getting done with it then, and it makes a nice weekend off with the family to go do something.
Mhm.
Roger Baum up there takes really good care of all the pullers up there
Yeah,
too.
no, I agree.
So, well, I don't have any more questions. Make sure you guys saved up some questions here for the end of the show. We'll have Travis and Ethan on and the rest of his crew, and you can ask them anything you want. And, tell them what you think.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Yep. So we'll have you on here in a minute.
I don't think they can hear me. Hello. Yeah, my mic's working.
Can you hear us?
There
Yeah.
you are.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Let's get background in there.
Swing over a little bit, in there a little more, maybe. There you go.
There we go. They don't need to
Did
see
not
us.
check. Did you have to shoot any pheasants today?
No,
No,
strictly work.
strictly work. What were we working on today?
Oh, well, we were just putting in some duct work and pookie and everything, as they say. It's called duct seal, making sure everything's sealed tight.
Okay. So, tell us a little bit. One of the questions I missed was, what did your dad do before he retired? We talked about that a little bit.
Back in the day, they farmed, and then
Farmed?
he had his own concrete business for quite a few years, and now he works for another company in Mount Horeb. So
Okay.
he's doing concrete, and he's just going to work a couple days a week. So
Yep.
Basically,
Getting closer. Fully retired soon.
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
And he's had the
All right.
game for 20 years, so he's been doing that for a while too.
Okay. And then and the farmland where the game farm is, that was your home farm, which you farmed then
yep,
originally, or okay.
yeah. There's 600 acres or so out here that we had, so still all in the family.
Yep. Good. And then in 2012, when you bought the second truck, you said, was that, or the first truck, the truck you have now, is that the one that Dale had bought at that time?
Yes, yep.
And that'll be the Lucas Oil truck, but whatever you're going to call it now. Is that the one he bought then?
Yeah, yep. He bought that from Rick Austin then, and Rick bought a different one. And so Dale
Okay.
actually had that one for about a year, and then we bought his T-Bucket then, and he kept going with the yellow one.
Yep. So, yeah, like I said, Dale was a good guy. We all know him. And how many years ago did he pass away?
2020, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was, yeah. Because I remember at the funeral there wasn't, couldn't really have them back then. So.
Right. COVID. Yep. Did we get any questions across the bottom there? I can't.
No. Well, one was haven't seen the sun when in your opening clip. Yeah, saw the sun for the first time today in like 2 weeks.
Oh yeah. Not that much sun around. It's sun today. I worked outside all day until I was done, and then the sun came out.
Oh,
It was cold, but that's the way it goes, right?
no.
But looking forward to the next year here, Travis, getting some more
Yeah.
hooks and getting out and around.
Yep. So actually, since you were here, we did sell our motor this weekend. So we'll have a new one in his truck that he runs, and yeah, both trucks are gonna have altogether different power plants in them. So
Cool.
All right. And you called the first truck, the T-Buck is going to call the side job. What's the other truck going to be called?
the other one is still be Give Her the Beans.
Give her the beans. Okay. All right.
Yep.
Right. So, okay. All right. I was getting confused there. I know which one's good. But there you go. Looks like a Beaner needs a shot of apple pie from Jenna Langer. There she's trouble. Yeah.
I had the hiccup one night, and Jenna told me to drink a bunch of apple pie, and well, by golly, it worked, but I didn't feel very good the next day.
When I get hiccups, it's a lime juice with bitters, or a lime
Yeah.
with bitters. There, but
Well, anything's got to be better than apple pie, so.
yeah. Well, yeah.
Sounds
It's
delicious.
good. But I don't have a whole lot more for you guys, unless you guys got something you want to talk about before we're done here. But Ethan, you plan on driving all year with the other one and keeping them
Yeah,
both running?
Yeah, I hope it stays together, and I'm excited to see what that new motor's got. Turn 1,000 more RPM and just let her eat.
Right, and we're gonna try and get you into helping with the announcing a little bit too, right?
Yeah, I don't mind talking. I mean, that'd be fun.
Right. Yeah, we'll get you in there. We're always looking for new blood in the announcer room, I should say, and then interviews and stuff like that. Doing this stuff too is fun. Guys, I'm not the best talker in any of this, but I guess we'll muddle through it.
Yep.
But again, it was fun. It was fun talking to you guys. I enjoyed coming down there and seeing what was going on, and I'm sure people enjoy seeing how you do stuff. And I never knew you had a game farm.
Yep.
Before that, I just never think about it. But it was pretty neat. You said, how many thousands of birds a year do you guys release? You think?
It's right around that 5,000.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You said you had to buy a few extra this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had quite a few this year.
That's a nice picture.
Yeah, well, if anyone's seen Ethan at the banquet, they knew they talked to him there.
That was a good night.
Yeah, that is fun. The banquet is always fun.
Yeah.
So, But without Jason here, he's usually got a few more questions, but he's in Florida this year working, or tonight working, I should say, not this year.
Yeah.
Tonight.
I want that.
What tractor pull they doing down there, guys?
Satsuma, the Just Add Dirt Motorsports.
Yep, and I think I just seen Gallus has put on Facebook they're leaving for down there too. I don't know any two-wheel drive truck guys headed down there. Do you know of?
Not that I know of.
Not that I know of, no.
No,
that's a long.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I
I
think
guess
the
the only
boys were
question
talking.
I can,
What's that?
The only question I can think of is how many blower belts did Ethan shred during the summer?
We went through a couple last year. We had some issues with one of the blowers, and it shredded a couple off early in the year, and then we switched out a different blower on there, and then we never had too many issues with it. But I'd say we go through 4 of them or
Yeah,
so.
something like that. But
And what's the cost for a blower belt?
They're usually right around that $400 range.
Well, that ain't too bad. I thought they'd be more than that.
You can buy more, but my theory is you can buy an expensive one and it'll break on the first pass, or you can buy a cheap one and it might last the whole season. So you just don't know with them things.
What is one of the causes of a blower belt shredding? Just taking too much.
Take too much fuel away. The motor will detonate, and anything a sudden movement of the motor will make the belt break.
Yeah.
That I'd say that's the main cause of it, pushing them too hard.
Yeah. So if you change your timing or anything like that, does that make the blower drive harder, or what makes it drive harder?
We broke early in the year when we were breaking belts. We did turn the timing back down a little bit to make the motor a little happier, and I guess you turn a little few or less RPMs, that belt's not spinning as fast either. So
Yeah. So if you guys advance timing too, you're probably just like us. You'll burn a piston if you get it too far. Is that what happens? Or
add timing. You definitely got to add a lot more fuel. Keep the motor cool.
How much? So you add 3 degrees timing and make the fuel right. How much power more do you think you can make?
A degree of timing could be, that could be a couple hundred horse each degree. So, 3 degrees would be a really big jump for us. We were at 30 at the beginning of the year, and we just backed down to 29, and that's. I'd say probably that 250 horsepower, loss there from backing it down.
When you back it down, can you feel it in the seat of your pants as you're driving, or not?
You can hear it. You can hear big differences, weight rumbles and everything.
Yes, they're just not quite as responsive. That when that timing's up there high, when you push the throttle, it's an instant. So.
Is there any place you just turn the timing up to give yourself a better chance to win?
Well,
if you want to win this one, would you do it?
Right. We've never done that, I guess, but I've heard of people doing it. I've seen it happen, but for us, we were never quite had what some of them other guys did, anyways. Even if we did turn them up, so we just left them alone.
Right. Just try to get around them. There you go. Well. Any other questions from anybody?
No.
If not, I think you got one, Mackenzie?
Nope. Everybody's silent tonight.
Silent night tonight, huh?
That's all right. I don't like talking on here anyway, so.
You could tell a Mike Jelly story if you got a good one that I might know.
Yeah. He called me today, and he was warning me about some of these questions he was going to ask, but he's pretty quiet now because. He knows.
Probably can't get the question on the phone here or on the computer.
Yeah, that's what I told him. But Katie sent me a message here a little bit ago. They're having a watch party in his office, so
okay.
I think he knows if he says something, he's on here next week or the week after, so it's gonna come right back to him.
Right. Well, you'll be done though. He can't get after you now.
Yeah.
Done, right?
Right. Yeah.
So it'll be fun. It'll be fun again, just like it always is. But for right now, I'm done. If you guys are done, what do you think, Mackenzie?
Yeah, I got nothing else.
All right. Well, thanks, guys.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks for having us on, and good luck. And I'm sure we'll see you before the, obviously at the spring meeting at Norris if you get there.
Yep.
We're always down there. That's always a good time too. So, thanks for coming on, and I want to thank our sponsors, Don Slama and Front Street Toys this year, for sponsoring the show, and glad to have you guys on, and glad to have them guys as sponsors. Thank you, everybody.
Yep.
Thank you. Have a good night. Present.
Share some video.
Shoot. Oh, God dang it. Helps if a person knows how to run this. God dang. Present. Share screen. Share tab.
Very good.
You can't see that button. Play.
All over. An annual circus all over. And then